Want Coyote versus Acme to be released? Go buy a ticket for The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Looney Tunes, classic animated characters. Love them. Love them, love them, love them, love them. So they released their first ever fully animated solo Looney Tunes movie. So they've had movies before with Looney Tunes, but those have been live action in a way. Like I think Brendan Fraser was in one a while back, some years ago, where it's kind of like a Who Framed the Roger Rabbit situation, where it's like, okay, you got actual cartoon characters and live action people paired up. But this movie is fully 2D animated. I have missed 2D animation. Let me just tell you, missed it. So in this movie, which is again called The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Petunia Pig are looking to save Earth from the devious scheme of an alien known as the Invader. Already the concept sounds pretty fun, not gonna lie. It just released March 14th. Yeah, it just released March 14th. So last Friday? Okay. And currently is doing very well on Rotten Tomatoes. I know, I don't fully get on board with Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I'm not really a Rotten Tomatoes type of person, but I do refer to them from time to time. And if you've got critics giving an 86% and audience giving it an 88%, okay, you've got the tomato meter and the popcorn meter, that is saying something. And it is getting critically reviewed well. Box office wise, so it is not pulling in as much money, though. People aren't going to go see it. And I feel like there's a couple of reasons why. One, Looney Tunes hasn't been a thing for a while. They haven't really introduced it into the new generations, right? There hasn't been a Looney Tunes show like that for them to kind of latch on to, as far as I know. Merchandising, again, no other movies, nothing to kind of like bring them into the fold like they have with Sonic, right? Or Super Mario Brothers, which again, there's also video games to kind of piggyback on that. So there's that. Secondly, the marketing for this movie has been blah. Most people don't even know this movie is out or came out. Some people might not even know this movie exists. And I only know this movie exists because I did a trailer reaction, or I was looking to do a trailer reaction, and I was happening to Google it a few months ago, and I was like, wait, they're making a Looney Tunes movie? Like, I had no idea until that point. And then forgot about it until I came across this article. What are y'all doing? Just market it on YouTube. That's where the freaking kids are. TikTok is still a thing, which we're going to talk about later. Snapchat is still a thing. And I think YouTube is the #1 search engine. Or did it take the crown away from Google yet? I mean, Google owns YouTube, so it doesn't really matter. It's not really competition, but you get what I'm saying. Technically, this episode drops to Friday, hopefully. Editing is crazy. As of Monday, March 17th, it has pulled in about $3.5 million between the United States and Canada, and $2.1 million in other territories. So worldwide, $5.6 million. It's been out for a week. And I know it's only like over a span of 3 days I'm giving you these numbers for, but it is a premiere. It should be doing better. Especially it being like a family film and kids movie. It should be doing gangbusters. I don't think it has any other competition right now. I don't think any other movie that I can think of is out now that's like kid friendly. The production budget for this movie was $15 million. So in order for it to be worthwhile for Warner Brothers to have made it, I think it has to pull in, because they have to split with whatnot. So it has to make over $30 million. Over. Probably has to make over $40 million. Because here's the thing. You want to cover your budget, but then you have to share proceeds and profits with the theaters. You know, they only get a portion of what theaters, the theaters and the movies studios share the profits. So if 30 million comes in, then maybe 15 million to studios, maybe 15 million to theaters. I don't know the exact splits, but it's some, But then there's also advertising and marketing. That usually costs. However, we've already discussed that they didn't really do any advertising and marketing. So maybe all they really have to do is make $30 million. Okay. Hey guys, quick aside. If you like what you're seeing and you like what you're hearing, feel free to give the video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can always be up to date on what's going on. And for those who don't know, I'm a writer, director, and producer with my own series, The Zombie Chronicles, which you can also check out on Amazon Prime or Tubi. And those looking for a way to help support further, you can check out my Patreon, NXG Global Productions, where I discuss more movie reviews, access to clips of my writers group recordings, first look at behind the scenes, shout outs on social media, posts, and more. I'm looking to grow the community and would love to have you be a part of it. Plug over. You know what? I'm going to take my kids to go see this. I want to help. I'm going to help as best as I can to support Looney Tunes because when I was a kid, they were huge. And then they had Tiny Toons, I think it was called, where they had younger versions of them, but you still had the Looney Tunes. Like, okay, so you've had the Looney Tunes who were crazy, doing all kind of stuff. And then they came out with Tiny Toon Adventures, where they had Buster Bunny and Babs Bunny, who were younger, but Bugs was still in the show. It was like them going to school, and all of the instructors and teachers were like the old school Looney Tunes. You had Plucky, who was just another version of Daffy Duck. I cannot remember everyone else's names. Dang it. Buster Bunny, Babs Bunny, no relation. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So the reason why we want to support this movie, you want to go out and you want to watch it, is not only to bring money to the studios, right? But it's to make it worthwhile for them to make more 2D animation. As much as I love and enjoy Pixar, movies like Encanto and Coco, like great movies. Toy Story, I love the animation, so cool. I also enjoy 2D animation. There's so much more you can do with 2D animation. And we have kind of not done that much. And I know that it's still something that people are interested in because anime is so successful, and that is largely 2D animation, as far as I know. So they would do more 2D animation if we go see it, right? Secondly, if we support this movie, there's a chance they might release Coyote versus Acme. Y'all remember? It was a movie that they had kind of shelved for tax purposes. Like, it was filmed, everything. And they didn't release it because they realized Warner Brothers realized it was more beneficial to them to shelve it and write it off as a tax write-off. So they never released it. The general audience never saw it. And it's literally about Wile E. Coyote. For my fans out there who are aware of Wile E. Coyote, he would buy Acme products to try to get the Roadrunner because he wants to eat him. And they always failed and turned on him. So he was taking Acme to court. Now, this one wasn't fully animated. This one was a combination of 2D characters in live action. Like, again, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And it had Will Forte, who was his lawyer, I think, his defense lawyer. And then the prosecutor was John Cena. Interesting. See, like, people love John Cena. Kids too. So they did some good casting. The concept is very interesting. I would like to know it. So if they see that there is a market, a true desire for these movies, and we go watch the Looney Tunes, then they'll be like, oh, maybe we'll release Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, because that's a freaking shame that you have a whole ass movie done and ready and you didn't release it. They did the same thing to Batgirl. Never released it. It's fully done, I believe. Never released it. Scoob, Holiday Haunt. Haven't heard that one before, but that one's when they didn't release. They shelved that as well. Stop making stuff and not releasing it. Pissing me off. This is why indie might be the way to go. Creatives, fellow filmmakers, just saying. It's hard. It's a hard road, but at the end of the day, no one can tell you that your movie can't get made. Or released. Because they were originally going to try to sell it, right? They were going to try to sell Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, but they were like, we want like $80 million. And people were like, dude, that's way over asking price. No. So no streamers picked it up. So they were like, okay, fine. Tax write-off. Piss off your whole audience. And, not even your audience. Piss off everyone who worked on it. The actors, the directors, the crew. All right. So they have not done any real advertising or promo for this Looney Tunes movie. It feels like it's on purpose. Like they didn't even do where you pair up with like Burger King or McDonald's or Wendy's and offer a toy with the value meal. I mean, with the kids meal. Do they still do those things? My kids are kind of older now, and we don't really do Happy Meals like that anymore. So I don't know. Oh, did I also forget to mention that Max, I was about to say HBO, but now it's Max, whatever, removed Looney Tunes from their platform. I mean, all the shorts gone. So if you were one of those people who was, from time to time going to Max, popping in, one of the Looney Tunes shorts or from like 1930, 1969, did all those shorts. Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season. Those are gone. They removed them. Their incentive is to move towards more adult entertainment and more family entertainment. It's not just for kids. So that's why they're getting rid of Sesame Street. They're getting rid of Looney Tunes, which is so weird because Warner Brothers is Looney Tunes. Like that's like another YouTuber has said that it's like Disney getting rid of Mickey Mouse. That's your kid mascot. What are you talking about? So I don't know if they're going to sell them. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing. They have not included me in their decisions. So your guess, let's get is mine. But what do you guys think about all this news? What do you think about these moves that Warner Brothers is making? And are you going to try to check out Looney Tunes? Don't wait for it to come to streaming. Let's try to go check it out. Bring your kids. Or just go by yourself. It's Looney Tunes. I'm pretty sure there's something fun for everyone.